Coast AM and CBS Radio News. Chattanooga's news, talk, and sports leader.
Fox News Talk 1240.
It's time for the weekend roundup. Yeah, here at Cowboy Up with Tex, every Thursday we talk about what's going to happen this coming weekend so everybody can make plans because, as we all know, there is so much going on that you got to plan ahead or you're going to end up missing something. In fact, even when you plan ahead, you're usually having to choose what to do because there's so much going on at the same time. Well, of course, every weekend, especially this time of year, we have just music, and more music. Starting off with Nightfall, the Nightfall concert series down at Miller Plaza in downtown. And this Friday, tomorrow night, we're going to be having the David Mayfield Parade. Yeah, David Mayfield has stepped out on his own from when he used to be a member of the bluegrass band Cadillac Sky, which was a pretty popular group, but he went out on his own, and he's been, working his way up the ladder ever since he went out on his own. Well, after 3 albums of indie rock influenced music, he actually has made a return to the bluegrass sound that he grew up with and was playing with Cadillac Sky. So, in fact, he's got his sister and another recording artist, Jessica Lee Mayfield, who are playing with him. And he says, I know a lot of bluegrass friends who had this sort of mentality of wanting to get out of bluegrass, but it's like there's something fun about that bluegrass beat. And I got to agree with him on that. I myself love bluegrass. And now they're even starting to have different variations of bluegrass. They're even having some that they call newgrass, which was, some of the younger bands are starting to get into a little bit more pop version of bluegrass, but it still has that bluegrass feel. Well, he's going to be going on the stage at 8 p.m. Friday. And, of course, the opening group is going to be John Latham, who is a local folk artist, folk, Celtic, does a lot of things. And, some people have compared him to Gordon Lightfoot. And he's been here in the area for a while, and he's very good, too. So it sounds like that's going to be a good night of music there at Nightfall. Well, going from there, of course, the following night, we're now to the time of year where we have riverfront nights down at the riverfront at Ross's Landing. And we're going to be having a group called Whiskey Gentry. Well, Whiskey Gentry has been described as a toe-tapping, steamrolling kind of band, which does kind of a mix mash of bluegrass, but at the same time with a little bit of a punk-inspired kick drum. So, they've got a real big beat going on there. And so they're going to be playing Saturday night. And let's see, one reviewer praised the group, saying that they have an innate knack for phrasing and melody, and singled out the front woman. Let's see, what is her name? Stanley. Let's see. Lauren Stanley, there's her name, who says that her voice is as pure and expressive as Emmylou Harris and as sultry as Gillian Welch. So they're going to be playing from 7 to 10 o'clock on Saturday, and they're going to be having as their opener the Mules, a Northwest Georgia-based band who's kind of a cross between Drive-By Truckers and Tom Petty. So, some music to really get people up and out. little bit more music, something a little bit different for this area. And, it's one of those things that you wish you didn't have to do, but it makes you proud when you see people step up to do it. There's going to be an array of area musicians joining forces for a memorial concert to pay tribute to the 5 military personnel who died in the July 16th shootings here in Chattanooga. Chattanooga Sings for Hope will take place from 5 to 7 p.m. on Saturday at the ICCM Miracle Theater down at 6425 Lee Highway. They're going to be starting off with Willie Kitchens, who's a former member of the R&B band The Impressions. And there's going to be a lot of other groups, and there's going to be some different officials from the area who are all going to be talking and commemorating those that died, but also those that helped respond, to keep the situation as small as it was. You're going to have people like Senator Bo Watson from Hickson, Senator Mike Bell from Riceville. You're going to have other people, other groups. You're going to have like the Olivet Baptist Church Choir. So all in all, you're going to have, it's going to be a nice evening. And the admission to the concert, and they're also having a vehicle exhibit there of some of the different vehicles that were used in the response, emergency equipment, fire, police and whatnot. But admission is free, but donations are being taken for the families of the fallen. Blood Assurance is also going to be kind of getting into that a little bit, where they have pledged a charitable contribution to the Community Foundation of Greater Chattanooga's 7/16 Freedom Fund. And what they're doing is, for every blood donor visiting any of their 15 centers or 13 blood mobiles through Saturday, they're going to make a donation for the military families involved. So there again, something we wished we didn't have to do, but at the same time, it really shows the community spirit that the people can join together in remembrance of something like this. Let's see. Going on from there. Here's something kind of interesting. Not one, but two different concerts commemorating Johnny Cash. Well, Jason Thomas and the Mean-Eyed Cats, who you can see them a lot of times at the Chattanooga Choo Choo's Victorian Lounge, will take their tribute to the Man in Black on the road this coming Saturday and presenting a concert of Johnny Cash hits at 7:30 p.m. in Spring City at the Tennessee Valley Theater. So Mr. Thomas has quite an arsenal of over 200 Johnny Cash tunes that cover literally Johnny Cash's entire career. And the neat thing about this group is, they also strive for authenticity in the instruments, in the sound, but even in the wardrobe. So when you're looking at them, they're dressed appropriate to the time that song was coming out. So that's going to be $10 per ticket. And reservations can be made online at the TennesseeValleyTheater.com. So, yeah. I always like the Chattanooga City Limits sign song that Johnny Cash did. That was to me, was really, really hilarious. Well, anyway, they're also doing a play at the Artistic Civic Theater. And they're going to be having the play Ring of Fire, the music of Johnny Cash, for the next 2 weekends. And this is down in Dalton. So just right down the road. But if you want to actually see a play about the life and times, the love and faith, home and family, and the struggle and success of Johnny Cash. This would be the thing to go see. It's going to be shows starting at 8 p.m. on Friday and Saturday, and at 2 p.m. on Sunday, and at 8 p.m. Thursday through Saturday of next week. And tickets are $15 for adults and $11 for students. And again, this is down in Dalton at the Artistic Civic Theater. So, it's always kind of funny when you see multiple groups doing at the same time things that they probably didn't realize anybody else was even doing. Well, let's see, going on from there. And of course, another weekly event that we have here in the Chattanooga area is the Chattanooga Market. And of course, the Chattanooga Market, which is always on Sunday afternoons, it starts at 11 a.m. and goes till 4 p.m. down at the First Tennessee Pavilion next to Finley Stadium. Every week they try to have a specific theme for that day. Well, this week they're having the 5-star food fight. So if anybody's ever seen the TV show Iron Chef, this is kind of the local version of that. So what they're going to be doing is the 5-star food fight is a competition to see which of 5 area chefs can create the tastiest dish on the fly. The cook-off's main ingredient, which we don't know yet, could be beef, chicken, pork, or even some sort of fish, will not be revealed until just after the market opens at 11 a.m. The chefs will then be allotted time to purchase fresh fruits, vegetables, spices, and cheeses from the market vendors. They can only use what's there at the market. So that's kind of an interesting twist on that. And market goers get to watch the chefs shop and cook. And the cooking part of the competition will start around 12:30, and it will end with judging by a panel of local experts at 2:30, when one will be crowned king of the 5-star food fight. So, and of course, you've always got the different vendors there that you can buy from. You can, watch them and then go home and put to use what you just learned. At the same time, they've got, of course, all the artists and craftspeople that are there. So you can, have a real nice day. It's always fun going to the Chattanooga Market. Well, of course, we've always got a lot of sports in the area, too. Not tonight, but starting tomorrow night, the Lookouts are going to be starting a 10-game homestand. So that's going to be quite a full calendar for them and for us for the next, little bit of time. Yeah, so the series starts Friday the 7th with a strikeout epilepsy promotion by the Epilepsy Foundation of Southeast Tennessee. And for every $5 general admission tickets sold in advance, the nonprofit receives $2. But if you buy the ticket as a walk-up the day of they get 50 cents off of that ticket. So, it's really good to buy the tickets ahead of time. Plus, that way you know what you've got. You don't want to go up there thinking that they're going to have plenty of seats available and find out that they just sold out. The last ticket was the guy in front of you. Oh, man, that would be a bummer. Especially if you've got your wife and kids. And, Daddy, I thought we were going to get to watch the game. Well, should have bought it online. Well, anyway, Friday's game is going to be against the Mobile Bay Bears. And there is, as on all Friday shows, fireworks after the game. I live down in St. Elmo, and we can always hear the fireworks even down there. We can't see them, but you can definitely hear them. Well, then on Saturday, they're going to be having Educator Appreciation Night, a salute to teachers. And both the Friday and Saturday games will be starting at 7:15. And then let's see, the Sunday game will be starting at 2:15, also against the Bay Bears. And it's going to be SunTrust Sunday, where you can trade a canned good for the Chattanooga Area Food Bank for a free general admission ticket. So there again, if you've got maybe a large family or maybe just a bunch of kids from the neighborhood, maybe you've got a little league team. They would love to go watch the game as a team. Just get you a bunch of cans, go down there and save yourself a bunch of money. Yeah, and at the same time, you can help out some of the local people. Anyways, let's see. Then you've got Monday and Tuesday nights at 7:15. You're going to be having on Monday, Kids Eat Free. There again, if you've got a large group, this is a thing to keep in mind because kids under 12 receive a voucher for a free hot dog and soft drink. Because, you know, you start trying to buy a large family, you know, the popcorn, the drinks, the hot dogs and everything there, you can end up spending quite a bit of money. So this is a good way that the Lookouts help the families be able to afford to go and have a fun evening out. Then on Tuesday, the Health and Wellness Night, where they will be having a health fair. And again, those start at 7:15. And then on Wednesday, the 12th, Law Enforcement Night against the Tennessee Smokies. Kind of funny that, you know, a lot of people call the Tennessee Highway Patrol Smokies. So here you've got the Tennessee Smokies being played on Law Enforcement Night, which is, of course, a salute to the service of local police officers. And then on next Thursday, August the 13th, North of the River Night, recognizing Red Bank, Hickson, and Saudi Daisy. So, and again, that will be against the Tennessee Smokies at 7:15. So, you know, quite a few games right there close together. But, you know, there's some people here in the area that are not that big on baseball. Well, in that case, for them, there's the Chattanooga Football Club will be hosting the National Premier Soccer League Championship match, where the local team will be playing the New York Cosmos. And this is going to be at 7:30 p.m. on Saturday the 8th at Finley Stadium. Yeah, the Chattanooga Football Club is a soccer team. So, you know, don't go out there and start expecting to see a bunch of guys in pads and helmets. This is football the way the rest of the world plays it. So using their heads and their shoulders, but not their hands. So this is actually kind of interesting because the Cosmos and the Chattanooga Football Club are seated number 1 and number 2. So this ought to be a really good championship game. And this is actually Chattanooga's 4th appearance in the national championship, but it's the first time that this will be played at home. So tickets will be $12 at the gate, and children 5 and younger will be admitted free. So, you know, and that's always interesting because you can actually get quite a few people here in this area follow soccer. Let's see. I think I had, well, I don't know where it went. Going from there, some of the other local events, you know, and of course, Chattanooga was recently named the Outdoor City by Outside Magazine because of all the things we have in the area that we can do, including things like the Bat Cave Canoe Trip, where Outdoor Chattanooga, which is basically down at under the bridge on the North Shore at 200 River Street, they will be having family-friendly canoe trips to Nickajack Cave to watch endangered gray bats fly out at dusk. This is done every Friday, and they leave at 7 p.m. from Outdoor Chattanooga, and it's $20 for ages 14 and up, and ages 13 and under must be accompanied by an adult, but this includes all equipment. So this will be a guided, family-friendly canoe trip. So that's pretty cool. Let's see. Well, the Sale Creek Lions Club is having their annual fundraiser, and they're going to be serving barbecue plates with the fixins from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. on August the 15th. They'll have gospel music acts, and all of this will be taking place at 15222 Coppinger Road in Sale Creek. So you can get all of that for just $7 per plate and $1 each for desserts and drinks. And this is a great way that the Lions Club can raise money for a lot of the things that they do as an organization for the area. So that's always a nice way to be able to do things. Well, let's see. We've also got a kayak history tour at the Raccoon Mountain Boat Launch at 7 p.m., also from Outdoor Chattanooga, where they'll be having Chattanooga History Center hosting a sunset kayak tour on Tuesday, August the 11th. This is $45 for adults and $35 for kids 14 to 18. It includes all equipment. There are limited spaces, so you must make a reservation from Outdoor Chattanooga. We'll be back with more events going on this next week. So stay tuned after these messages.
You give us 12 minutes and 40 seconds, we'll give you Chattanooga and the world.
News Talk 1240.
Arnie Guest Goldsmith, Chattanooga's gold standard in quality, selection, and beautifully handcrafted jewelry. Arnie Guest Goldsmith has 7 jewelers on site and ready to assist you in the design of your one-of-a-kind diamond piece. Arnie Guest Goldsmith, Chattanooga's gold standard in quality, selection, and beautifully handcrafted jewelry. Arnie Guest Goldsmith has 7 jewelers on site and ready to assist you in the design of your one-of-a-kind diamond piece to the perfect affordable handcrafted gem. From just $20 silver earrings to your dream elegant work of art to adorn your finger, neck, and wrists, impressing your friends and family, Arnie Guest Goldsmith will ensure that your budget is met. Planning the perfect wedding or a special event? Then let Arnie Guest Goldsmith assist you in choosing or designing the keepsake that will last you a lifetime. All of Arnie Guest Goldsmith repairs and crafting are done in-house, so you can be rest assured that it will meet or exceed your expectations. For over 30 years, Arnie Guest Goldsmith has served Chattanooga with the finest jewelry and services, meeting only the highest quality and standards. So the next time you think of jewelry, custom design, remounting, appraisals, or repairs, remember Arnie Guest Goldsmith. And please visit Arnie Guest Goldsmith at 5090 Adams Road, Hickson. That's 5090 Adams Road, Hickson. Call 875-2390. That's 875-2390. Or go to jewelryfromscratch.com. That's all one word, jewelryfromscratch.com. Jewelryfromscratch.com. Arnie Guest Goldsmith of Chattanooga.
If you have the DTs, the shakes, because your phone is on the fritz, you have nomophobia. You need help. Your telecom doctor is in. Cell Surgeon at Northgate Mall. Cell Surgeon yanks open the ribcage of your phone, pries out the dead heart, and puts in the beating life that you lead on your cell phone. Broken screen, phone not charging, water damage, battery given out? Cell Surgeon at Northgate Mall next to Old Chicago Pizza. Check us out on Facebook. Open Sunday. Cell Surgeon. We bring your phone back to life. Mention Hot News Talk Radio and get 10% off. We've got a table here at Delia's in Saudi Daisy, ready to delight in a plate of authentic Mexican food. Delia's spreads a rich selection, loaded nachos, crazy chicken, homemade tamales, maybe the enchiladas with beef, chicken, pork, quesadillas, every dish beautifully pictured on the menu to help us decide. Join us for lunch or dinner. We're at Delia's in Saudi Daisy on Dayton Pike near the Thrasher Light. Here's dinner. Delia's uses the freshest ingredients, cooked to perfection. Nachos, homemade. Delia's open every day except the Lord's Day. For lunch and dinner, treat yourself to Delia's genuine Mexican food. In Saudi, call 521-7145. That's 521-7145.
Do you feel better outside your home or business than in? Indoor air quality is important. Mildew, mold, smoke, water, and rodent damage are prime causes of poor indoor air quality. Ducts Indoor Air Professionals, better known as Duct Busters, cleans HVAC systems using 127 definable Duct Busters steps. Let Mark Thompson address the indoor air quality at your business to help reduce employee illnesses. Prevent fires by cleaning your dryer vents. Mark and his parents, Dick and Joan Thompson, have been building our local economy and helping local people with HVAC systems 16 years. Ducts Indoor Air Professionals. Call 876-9907. 876-9907. Ducks. Call now.
When my brother and I opened the First Jets Pizza, we believed if we made the best pizza, customers would find us. So we made fresh dough each day, used fresh toppings, and premium mozzarella cheese. 300 plus stores later, we still do.
Try Jet's famous 8-corner pizza with premium mozzarella cheese and 1 topping, now just $11.99 for a limited time only. Jet's Pizza, the best pizza in town. 3600 Hickson Pike.
Life is short. Eat better pizza.
Let's get Jets. You give us 12 minutes and 40 seconds, we'll give you Chattanooga and the world.
News Talk 1240.
And we're back with more Weekend Roundup. There's so much going on here. It takes us 2 whole sections just to cover it all. Thanks. Anyway, we were talking a while ago about some of the canoe trips being done by Outdoor Chattanooga, but they're not the only ones that do this. There's also Canoe Lookout Creek, which is a 2-hour family-friendly canoe tour sponsored by Friends of Moccasin Bend, and Outdoor Chattanooga explores Civil War and American Indian history associated with Lookout Mountain in the Moccasin Bend area. And this is going to be starting at 6:30 on August the 13th. And it's free, but reservations are required. So if you want to find out more about doing a canoe trip right down at the base of Lookout Mountain, just call 643-6888. Let's see. And over here, let's see, we have a kayak history tour that meets at the Raccoon Mountain Boat Launch at 7 p.m., or you can take a shuttle from Outdoor Chattanooga at 200 River Street. And what it is the Chattanooga History Center will host a sunset kayak tour through the Tennessee River Gorge that's going to be led by Outdoor Chattanooga River Guides. And this is going to be on Tuesday. Again, the price is $45 for adults and $35 for ages 14 through 18, and includes all equipment, but there are limited spaces. So again, 643-6888. Well, meanwhile, if you like getting wet, you just don't feel like swimming, you can always go to the Greenway Farm at 3010 Hamel Road for the Habitat for Humanity's Chattanooga Mud Run. That's right. They're going to be having a fundraiser, which is a muddy 5K race with over 20 obstacles. This is going to be taking place Saturday, August the 15th. So that's not this Saturday. It's next Saturday. But this is the type of thing you got to plan ahead a little bit for. And it will be starting at 7:30 a.m. and going till approximately 2 p.m. in the afternoon. The cost is $60 per person, or $250 for a team of 5. And they're going to be having the country band, the Country Thunder Band, performing for free at the after party. So food and beverages are available. And this is a fun thing to do. And there again, raising money for a good group. I've done a lot of things, bought a lot of stuff. Habitat for Humanity has their resale store over off of Lower Main, and they've got some good stuff over there that you can use for just any sort of number of things around your house or even at your office. Well, let's see what else we got going on here. Oh, yes. We've got 2 big things going on this weekend that everybody needs to pay attention to. Number one, this is the weekend that Tennessee and Alabama are having their sales tax holidays, primarily for back-to-school tax breaks. With everybody having to go out and buy not just supplies, but even clothes for their kids to be getting ready for school, both Tennessee and Alabama are waiving state sales taxes. So this, depending upon how many kids you've got, that could save you a lot of money. So that's going to be going on at stores throughout the area. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, just, all over both states. Let's see. But meanwhile, this is also the weekend for the world's longest yard sale on Highway 127. That's right. The countdown is over, and it started actually today. But it's going to be going on through Sunday, the 9th, although hours and participation may vary, because this is people just, putting stuff out by the street or out by the road where they live. So you never know for sure, they might set up Friday and Saturday, not set up Sunday. They might set up Saturday and Sunday, but not set up Thursday or Friday because they have to work. So, one drive through there may not be enough. You might have to drive through that twice. But it goes all the way from Addison, Michigan, all the way down to Gadsden, Alabama. So it's 690-mile long garage sale route. It primarily follows Highway 127 and goes up the Lookout Mountain Parkway and passes through Dunlap and through other areas. It goes up through Signal Mountain area, and there's always something there for somebody. Let's see what else we got going on. There's always so much going on. Well, Cloudland Canyon State Park is combining with the Barnard Astronomical Society of Chattanooga and having a star party on August the 14th from 9 p.m. to 11:30 p.m. They're going to be having a program which will be followed by a viewing of the night sky. They just ask you to meet at the tennis courts there at Cloudland Canyon. Bring a lawn chair. And if you're smart, bring some insect repellent and flashlights. Of course, you need to have red cellophane for the flashlight so you're not blowing everybody's eyes out. But they will be having telescopes up there. They'll be talking to people about what they can see in the night sky. They've always got a great group of people there that can help even novices start learning more about the universe we live in. Again, that will be on August the 14th. Meanwhile, at their sister park at DeSoto State Park in Fort Payne, Alabama, they're going to be having on Saturday the 8th, Poisonous and Venomous Organisms at 8 p.m., where you can learn all about the different types of defense used by both plants and animals. And that will be a free program there at DeSoto State Park. Let's see. Hikes. Of course, we've always give a shout out to the Saudi Daisy Hiking Club because they've always got hikes going on, especially on Saturdays and Tuesdays. So, of course, as always, whenever you're going to any sort of outdoor event, even here in town, always wear the proper shoes for where you're going, and make sure you have things like insect repellent. Make sure you've got plenty of water. However much water you think you need, take a little bit extra because you might be surprised when you need it, especially as hot as it's been being here lately. But they're going to be meeting on Saturday, August the 8th, when they will be taking a hike from the Heiss Mountain to Saudi Creek Gulf, which is a moderate 6-mile hike with a creek crossing included. They just say to meet at the Durham Street parking lot in Saudi Daisy at 8 a.m. when they'll carpool up to the location. Then on Tuesday, August the 11th, they're going to be hiking at Raccoon Mountain for a moderate 4-mile hike. And there again, they can meet in Red Bank at the Bilo parking lot at 9 a.m. So if you have any questions or want to find out more about the hikes, you can call 842-3619. Okay, let's see. Well, for people that are from my area, whether you're from Texas or any of the West, or maybe you just happen to really like rodeos, we're having the annual PCA-sanctioned benefit for the St. Jude Children's Research Hospital Rodeo, St. Jude Rodeo, at the Doug Yates Farm on Highway 151 just outside of Ringgold. Yeah, Cowboys will be competing in a lot of different styles, and all of this will be to raise money for St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. It will be today, Friday, and Saturday from 8 p.m. to 11 p.m., and it's $12 for ages 13 and up and $6 for ages 6 to 12. So there again, if you like seeing a good rodeo, because this one is, like I said, this one is PCA, Professional Cowboy Association sanctioned. So that's always good. When you see these shows on TV where they have rodeos, those guys have to start out somewhere. They have to work their way up the ladder. They just don't go out there and jump on those big mean bulls from the get-go. They have to, learn their craft. And this is one of the top places where they can do that and start working their way up as professional cowboys. Oh, let's see. Well, we've got a family movie night. And actually, I think this is the final film in the summer series for the family movie night located at the Polo Field at the 6th Cavalry Museum at Barnhart Circle in Fort O. And it's going to be Dolphin Tale 2 will be the movie. It is free. Bring you a blanket or, a chair or something like that for seating, because it is just out on literally the polo field. But, it's a nice family get-together night. Watch the sun go down, be able to watch the movie, and just have some good old-fashioned fun. And as always, free. Let's see. Of course, if you actually want to be involved in some of this stuff, here's an interesting little thing. Closed Door Entertainment is going to be at Memorial Auditorium's West Assembly Hall, which is at 399 Macaulay Avenue, where they're going to be having auditions for the Addams Family Musical. Now, this is going to be on the 10th and the 11th from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m., at which point they'll choose who's going to be getting the different roles. And then the actual play will be in October. So a couple of months of practice time. But if you actually want to get up on stage or maybe help behind the stage, I'm sure they need people from everything. They need set people just as much as they need actors, but they're going to be having auditions there again for the Addams Family Musical. And this is going to be at the Memorial Auditorium's West Assembly Hall. Let's see. Well, we don't often talk about things like the Tennessee Aquarium and whatnot because they're just so big, everybody knows about them. But sometimes they have special events going on, and we want to bring that up today. The Tennessee Aquarium is going to be having 2 different shark-themed events, one on Friday and one on Saturday. And that's going to be kind of interesting. You have these stations like Discovery Channel that are always having, Shark Week and whatnot. Well, they're kind of getting in on some of that action. So they're going to be having some different shows that will help distinguish fact from fishtails and give the public a better understanding of these ocean predators. So in that vein, the aquarium is hosting Shark Fest tomorrow night. And it's going to be a family-friendly event, which will have educational stations set up around the aquarium, as well as special guests and even a display of megalodon shark teeth. They're going to be having some of their people like Cowboy Kyle, who's going to be having some shark pups that recently hatched from eggs. You're going to have Dr. Bernie's Traveling Shark Show. So, and he's going to have a lot of specimen fish that have been preserved so that they're touchable. And then, talking about Discovery Channel, they're actually going to have some people who have had some of the shows on Discovery Channel, where you're going to be having Brett Mills, Michael Love, and Rob Hall from the Nature Film Network. These three guys are from Chattanooga, and they've produced a number of underwater documentaries, including Shark Clans. So that'll be kind of neat to be able to see somebody that's actually worked on the station. Then, going along a little bit more adult entertainment, you must be 21 and up for this. They're going to be having on Saturday night, August the 8th, Sharknooga. And what this is the participants are encouraged to dress in costume for the double feature of Sharknado and Sharknado 2. If you love flying sharks at the Cineplex, just wait till they attack you from a 6-story 3D IMAX screen. Woo! They're even going to have signature cocktails and snacks that will be served during a brief intermission between the films. And shark experts will be on hand to answer questions that moviegoers might have. So, and especially for Sharknooga, they encourage pre-registering, but walk-ups are accepted Friday to Saturday night. Man, getting all tongue-tied there. Walk-ups will be accepted Saturday night as space is available. So there again, don't be the guy behind the guy that got the last ticket. Yeah. So if you want to register, just get a hold of the Tennessee Aquarium ahead of time to get your name on the list. You can, let's see. So something for kids and adults. Let's see. Going from there, a few other, and one thing to keep in mind too is it is starting to get to be later in the season for places like Rock City. And just remember, every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday until Labor Day, which is only a few weeks away, they are still having roving musical acts at Rock City, including Old Time Travelers, Taylor Kress, Taryn Amy Smith, and the High Beams. So, you know, that's something to keep in mind, because once Labor Day hits, you know, they're going to be changing some of their different things up there. So, you know, catch these guys while they can. Old Time Travelers especially, they're a real kick. They play some good music, and they're pretty funny too. Meanwhile, a special event at Ruby Falls is going to be Photo at the Falls. Saturday, August 15th, so not this Saturday, but next Saturday, they're going to be having a special photography tour of Ruby Falls. In fact, you can even bring your tripod for this special evening tour. You know, normally they don't like people bringing tripods because, you know, it's kind of gets in the way of people that are just walking through Ruby Falls. But this is going to be for photographers, and that way you can actually set up your tripods, you know, get that special shots you've been wanting to get. Check-in is at 7 p.m. and the tour begins at 7:30. Reservations are required for this special tour, so just call Ruby Falls at 821-2544. Photography at the Falls. I did one of those several years back, and it was a lot of fun. You know, instead of rushing you from room to room to room, you actually got to hang out there for quite a while. You know, we were there for several hours. That was a lot of fun and well worth the money. Well, let's see. Some other things going on. Oh, yeah. I was trying to find this a while ago, but my stack of stuff is just so big when you've got all of this stuff going on. It's kind of hard to keep track of some of it. And we were talking about the football club having their game coming up. Soccer is getting to be more and more popular in the area, not just here in Chattanooga, but, you know, even nationwide, you know, and part of it's due to the fact of how many people we have coming in from other nations where soccer is real popular, but also just because as other people are getting involved in soccer and Americans are learning more about it, they're becoming more interested in it. Well, every Saturday for the next couple of Saturdays, more than 200 soccer players ranging from youth to young adults are playing at the Highland Park Commons Field to play league and pickup games. So that means even if you're not a member of a team, you can just show up and hopefully join a team that's playing. Get to meet new people. In fact, you can meet people from more than 26 different countries. You have people there from Argentina, Bosnia, Germany, Japan, Guatemala, Syria, Mexico, Nigeria. I mean, you just can't name all the countries, really. Well, they play almost nonstop from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Again, there at the Highland Park Commons. Let's see. Over in the community corner, they've got the Alvin C. York All Airborne chapter of the 82nd Airborne Division Association is holding a picnic this coming August the 11th at 6:30 p.m. at the VFW post on Riverside Drive. That's VFW post 4848. Family members are also invited. If you are airborne qualified, doesn't matter what branch of service, if you are airborne qualified, if you are a parachutist, you are invited to attend. And if you have any questions about it, just call 706-271-5715. Let's see, a few other quick little things. Let's see. Here's some cute little stuff. Some people start thinking that, they're a little too old to be doing things, and everything's for the kids. Everything's for the young people. Well, there is actually stuff even here for some of the seniors, like at the Glenwood Center at 2610 East 3rd Street. They have a variety of free services for adults, especially for seniors. You have senior aerobics on Mondays and Wednesdays from 11:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. You also on Tuesdays and Wednesdays from 5:30 to 6:30 p.m. They have classes for line dancing on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays from 7 to 8. Senior weightlifting. That's something you don't normally think about. Senior weightlifting, Monday through Friday from 12:30 to 1:30 p.m. And during all of this, participants get to access new equipment and knowledgeable staff. And of course, they can always go at their own pace. So when they first start out, you don't have to try to keep up with the rest of the class. Just do what you can do till you get better. Also at the South Chattanooga Center, City Center at 1151 West 40th Street, they have SKIM, Seniors Keep It Moving, which meets every Monday from 11:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. for activities, games, fitness, potlucks, and more. They even have a low-impact aerobics class on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 11:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. So, one last thing to bring up here. They're going to be having an event in Highland Park on Saturday the 8th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. This is going to be called Cool Down Chattanooga. And this is going to be a festival that's being done to help people learn more about reducing the amount of energy that they have to use in their lives. They're going to be having gardening workshops, bike skills training, live food and music. Live food and music? That ought to be interesting. Live food. But there's a lot of positive things that will be taking place there. But one thing in particular is they're going to be talking about President Obama's recent climate plan, clean power plan. And the thing of it is that this is being done in the wrong way. It's being done by executive order. And one thing I've learned in life is anything worth doing is worth doing right. If it's worth doing right, do it legally. Do it the constitutional way, President Obama. So show up for this climate festival and tell them to do it the right way. Tell them to cowboy up.
You give us 12 minutes and 40 seconds, we'll give you Chattanooga and the world.
News Talk 1240. You